1 year after his sweeping election victory, Keir Starmer should be enjoying the height of his power. Instead, he's facing a rebellion on his own doorstep. In London's Camden, furious voters are calling him a terrible traitor, and the anger is spreading across Britain's cities. The Labour leader who promised unity now finds himself accused of betrayal by the very people who once cheered him into power. In Camden, the discontent is impossible to ignore. Outside the gates of a community garden, a small campaign stall for independent challenger Andrew Feinstein has become a magnet for Starmer's critics. Former Labour members stopped to vent their anger, calling the Prime Minister a traitor to the movement he once pledged to defend. Feinstein, a left-winger who campaigned on Gaza and housing, stunned observers when he captured nearly 1 in 5 votes in Starmer's own Holborn and St. Pancras seat. For a sitting Prime Minister, it was an extraordinary warning sign, proof that his authority at home is not as secure as the majority he commands in Westminster. Since sweeping into Downing Street in 2024, Keir Starmer has pivoted sharply to the right. His government has taken a hard line on immigration, pushed through cuts to disability benefits, and embraced tougher security measures, all moves designed to blunt the rise of Nigel Farage and Reform UK. But in chasing voters on the right, Starmer has opened a new battlefield on the left. For many of Labour's traditional supporters in London and other cities, the leader who once campaigned on a Corbyn-era platform now looks almost unrecognizable. The promise of continuity has given way to a strategy of containment, and it's leaving whole sections of Labour's base feeling abandoned. Nowhere are the cracks more visible than in Labour's London heartlands. In Camden, the party dominates the council with 45 out of 55 seats, but that grip is starting to loosen. A by-election in West Hampstead saw a massive swing to the Liberal Democrats, an early warning that voters in the capital are drifting away. Activists whisper that Labour could even lose control of Camden Council when elections come in May, something that would have been unthinkable just a year ago. For a party that once treated London as its fortress, the walls suddenly look fragile. And Camden isn't the only battlefield. Across London, new rivals are circling Labour from every direction. The Green Party has already poached councillors in Barking and Dagenham. In Newham, a pro-Palestinian group calling itself the Newham Independents has taken seats once thought safe for Labour. Meanwhile, Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana's new project, the Your Party, is beginning to organise, despite a messy start marred by fundraising disputes. Together, these challengers are targeting the same frustrated voters, disillusioned Labour supporters who feel abandoned by Starmer's sharp rightward turn. And if they coordinate, Labour's dominance in the cities could unravel faster than anyone expected. But nothing has inflamed tensions quite like Gaza. Starmer's decision to proscribe the protest group Palestine Action as a terrorist organization sent shockwaves through his own party. For many on the left, it was seen as an outright betrayal of Labour's values. Even his later recognition of a Palestinian state was dismissed as too little too late. And the anger doesn't stop there. Cuts to disability benefits and talk of slashing billions from Social Security have deepened the sense of abandonment among Labour's core supporters. What was once billed as a government of compassion now faces accusations of cruelty, fueling a rebellion that's gathering force on the streets and in the councils. Inside Labour itself, the mood is no better. Party insiders admit membership is draining away, with once loyal activists turning their backs in frustration. Ellen Morrison-Smith, a representative for disabled members, says people feel alienated by the government's push to cut Social Security. Jess Barnard, who represents local constituency parties, warns that anger is boiling over, especially around Starmer's handling of Palestine. To many, the party they fought to bring into power now feels unrecognizable. The sense of unity that carried Labour through the 2024 election has given way to suspicion, division, and quiet rebellion. The real danger for Starmer is how quickly this anger could translate into lost votes. Polling suggests nearly half of Labour's 2024 supporters are already considering switching to the Greens or the Liberal Democrats at the next general election. Conservatives warn that Labour faces not one challenger, but many. A cacophony of parties, each chipping away at a different slice of the urban vote. Keir Starmer entered Downing Street promising stability, unity, and a new era for Labour. But in Camden and across Britain's cities, his own supporters now accuse him of betrayal. The defections, the protests, the rise of rival parties all point to a gathering storm on his left flank. Starmer may have crushed the Conservatives at the ballot box, but the battle for his own base has only just begun. The question is simple. Can he hold together Labour's urban heartlands? Or are we witnessing the slow unraveling of his authority?